Okay, we're recording. Oh, I just got so pale. Okay, it's fine. This is gonna be so weird because I'm like talking to the camera, not to you. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I gotta get in the middle of my frame. Maybe? I don't know. I'll sit here. I forget the intro videos. Okay, wait, we need to get together. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to the Faded Friends podcast, episode number 3, I think.
Yes, number 3, yeah.
Oh yeah, don't mind us if I start looking down because we are Skyping because obviously we're not in person anymore and I'm going to keep looking at my computer, so excuse me. But today we're going to be talking about YouTube in general, I guess you can say, and just kind of what it means to be a smaller content creator on YouTube and just kind of the current state and all that fun stuff. Alright, where do you want to start, Liam?
Well, I suppose we could start off by saying how long we've been on YouTube, I think.
Okay, good idea.
As well, I think, definitely.
That's a good thing that I don't even solidly know that. I think it's 3 to 4 years. I think. I started, my first video was December 2012, so I can't do math.
Oh, yeah, so 2012. Oh, okay, yeah, so you'll come out for
20
years.
So it's really the beginning of 2013, this is so sad. 14, 15, 16, yeah, it's like 4 years, I think. I've been on YouTube since 2012, that's fine. We'll leave it at that.
I think I started my channel in 2014. January 2014.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your younger channel. I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
My younger channel.
This day and age. People can start
it doesn't.
Like last year and have 2 million subscribers. Which is what we'll talk about today.
Yes. Oh my words.
So, alright, everyone knows that the current state of YouTube is not great. I mean, YouTube always goes through this. I feel like they have like the really highs and the really lows, and I feel like now we're in a bad dip for creators. That is.
Yeah, it's so true because I mean, we talk about this quite often, I think. For example, just a small part of it is the trending page on YouTube. Throwback about...
What even is that?
3-4 years ago, and it used to be like actual content from real YouTubers and quite good stuff.
Like people you actually knew and watched.
Exactly. And now it's become like TV shows that have YouTube channels, news stuff,
movie trailers,
music.
Music.
Movie trailers.
Music and TV are huge.
Yeah.
Just like the late shows.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's really dangerous.
Or sponsored stuff that...
Yeah, that's true.
Just doesn't... Yeah, it's just not like proper YouTube at heart, I think.
Well, it's like, it seems so... Obviously, we all know this, but it seems so corporate now. Like, of course, YouTube is now... Like, being YouTuber is now a job.
Yeah.
So it's going to become more corporate, but it really kind of stripped every aspect of you in YouTube away from it. And so people don't connect, I feel like, as much, which is sad.
Very
that's what
sad.
it's there for. That's what I started it for, is to create a community. And like people just, they'll watch YouTubers, but it's like they don't even feel like they can interact anymore when they get to such a level. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of lost the sort of magic of YouTube.
Yeah, it's so true. I think, and that pretty much the same reasons why I started YouTube as well. It's just, I felt like when I used to watch YouTube, like, well, when I still do, but back then it was like the Shaytards, it was like CTFXC, and people that really interacted with the people and really brought you into it, really invested in you. And now I've changed and moved on to different people. It's become very real. I mean, I can't speak for Shaytards or CTFXC because I don't really watch them now, unfortunately. Right. But now I feel like it's just become you're watching shows rather than actual people and communicating and connecting with people.
That's actually a good way to put it.
Yeah. It's not a great feeling, and I think being people that have had channels for a few years, and we're still classed as small YouTubers, obviously, because we're not wildly successful. Right.
Well, the spectrum of small YouTubers changed so much. It used to be like small YouTuber could have been 200,000, 300,000, and now it's like if you're a small YouTuber, you're just below 1,000, like you're just cast off, and no one even thinks about you.
That's so true. It's so true. Sad.
Like, it used to be a lot more inclusive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I think it's, I think now they're trying to sort of keep it together with all like Playlist Live and VidCon and that kind of like creating a whole like come and meet your like the people that inspire you kind of stuff. And there are people out there that do amazing content and do inspire people in creative ways.
Yeah, they still do.
Oh yeah, God yeah, like Casey and
oh
I think,
yeah. There's still really good creators that are really original, but that's not what the majority is now. No. It's people that are like the fidget spinner. That whole thing just took off on YouTube. Like, people will take a trend and just go with it, which, to be fair, in a way you have to kind of do to stay relevant. But if you don't want to do that, then you're just left in the dust, and it's like, well, I personally don't want to do that with my channel, so I feel like, well, what is there now to do? Like, no one's going to watch if I don't jump on a trend.
Yeah.
Which is a really annoying feeling.
That is so true. It's like I remember watching, I watch Joey Graceffa quite often, and he does vlogs and everything, and that's kind of the stuff that I kind of invested in a sense, because I've watched that for years. So, and then he comes up with like these videos of microwaving. I think recently he's done like microwaving gummy worms or something like that.
Something, yeah.
About 2 weeks ago, it was the fidget spinner, but he was sponsored by a certain company that helped him create a huge giant fidget spinner, and it was I kind of felt like it makes me like lose that kind of YouTube respect for. Well,
because you know they're just like, I know it's their job, and now people rely so much on sponsored stuff, but I think it's just sad because we grew up. We didn't like grow up on YouTube, but like for 5 years, it's a long time to watch people. And it's like it's changed so much that since it hasn't been this way for us since the beginning, so it's weird to kind of adjust it. And you can see that with like content creators that have been here for like 5, 6, 7 years, that it's weird for them to kind of adjust, and they don't really know how to do it either. Like, they're figuring it out just as much as we are as viewers and content creators. It's like really weird to find that balance of, okay, now I have to start making content that's either sponsored or keeps up with the challenge instead of doing stuff I want to do. I think so many people have been struggling with that, especially this year, trying to find stuff that they want to make that makes them happy while also staying relevant, because a lot of channels that are really big have been dying really quickly, which is really sad.
That is really true. So true. And I think being in the YouTube space in London recently for Creators Day, I had an opportunity where I sat down with other creators that were there, and the people that were there were people that were there had like 20,000 on their channel as subscribers. And to me, that's like, oh my God, that's like legions away from where I'm at. Holy mackerel.
Right, I know. I'm like, good job for you.
And it's weird to me because they're sitting there, but they're talking like they're small YouTubers. But it's weird because it's different perspectives. But
completely.
Bless their hearts. Even 95% of people around that table were saying that they're struggling with their channel. I don't know what their full spectrum is, but it was quite a spectrum of people. Even when they did the panel of people that were there was a channel that's like it's run by a lady who tests toys or something. It's like got 1 million, 2 million.
Toy channels are huge.
Yeah, and she was saying, there's been real struggles and everything, and that was a huge topic. The entire day was like struggling and getting through hard times and how people got through it. And it's really interesting to hear that at different levels, even at people at 50,000, some of the bigger YouTubers were saying that even at 50,000, they were at a point where they were like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what to do anymore, I'm stuck, I'm this, that, and the other.
It's
and
sad.
it was tough to hear, but it was interesting at the same time because they're at a better place now and they're doing well with their channels. But
you have to learn how to adapt.
Exactly.
At this point in YouTube to keep up.
It's so true, and I do think
really
that
hard to do.
Nowadays, I think there's less of a platform for smaller YouTubers. I think it's harder to kickstart a channel and then get it past a certain point where it then starts sustaining itself. Nowadays than it used to be 3 years ago. 3 years ago, you could be anyone and you could create a channel and you could be yourself.
You could do anything. I mean, you can still do that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's near impossible. Like, I was watching a couple other podcasts of other YouTubers I watch now, and they always ask, so if you had any advice for like smaller creators or people wanting to start YouTube, what would it be? And a lot of people are just like, it's so difficult. Like, one person even said, don't bother. There's no point. Like, it's so difficult.
Oh,
but people like, if you really believe in it and you know that you're because one guy, he was like, they had I think like 60, 70,000. He was like, I know I'm gonna make it big. So he just worked. Now they have like 2-3 million.
Wow.
It's like, if you really want to do it and make it happen, it will happen.
Yeah.
You just really have to have that drive now because it's so difficult to do it.
That is so true, and I think where you obviously alongside when you first start, you have to work if you're at that age, or you have to go through college, you have to go through
you've other
your
things,
general
your
life to
life.
life. Exactly, and it is
Like YouTube's a hobby.
exactly, yeah, and I think it's important for people to remember that at times, because if you, I mean, the best thing to do is to treat it like a business to a degree, because.
Right.
You're essentially building, like you kind of
You
got
are
your
a
own
brand.
business. Yeah, exactly. Your brand, exactly. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're building your brand. So I think it's hard really, because you kind of have to weigh it out and think, oh my god. And we've been through situations, as Jackie knows, I definitely have been as well. Thank you for Twitter messaging.
Yeah, seriously, our long deep night chats.
Some horrendous times where life's just absolutely crap, and then that affects my uploads, and it's tough. It's so tough, and you do think, do I even bother carrying on? And then you just have to remind yourself why you're doing it, because I think if you're going to sit there and you're going to say, you know what, I can't be bothered, why am I bothering? Then if you think, because I have heard someone say to me that they feel like they're nothing without their YouTube channel, and it is quite a sad thing to hear. But you know, if you're nothing without that YouTube channel, then you shouldn't have that YouTube channel in the first place. But at the end of the day, if you're putting yourself on that platform, so that's what counts. That's what's important, is you as a person, because people subscribe to you as a person, not your channel. And that's something I've learned very, very well.
It's a hard thing to learn, really.
It is, yeah. It's weird because you don't even realise it's a lesson to be learned until it kind of hits you.
You like, start doing it.
Oh my god, wait, yeah, it's me that people are subscribing to, not my channel. It's actually me. And
it's a very weird concept to kind of wrap your head around. Like, I understand it, but it's still really hard to wrap my head around it. Like, people subscribe for me, and I don't know why I can't understand that, because obviously I watch people because I like them. Not always because of the content. Like, sometimes I'll watch it and be like, that was alright, but like, I still liked it because it was them that was making it. And it's weird to have people do that to me, I think. That's the weird thing. That's the thing that people don't understand about YouTubers, is that they're just people.
Yeah.
And like, they sometimes still can't even wrap their heads around, like, why me? Like, why do you like me? It's like, I don't know, unless you're like really egocentric or something, maybe you'll understand it, but like, you'll never wrap your head around when people watch you, and it's really weird.
That's so true. Very true. It's like when I think you realise that kind of stuff when you're at things. I mean, we had the privilege of going to playlists, haven't we? Twice. No, well, I've been twice. You've been four times. I would say four.
Times. Yeah, since 2013.
Yeah, 4 times. And it's, I think that's when you realise how human they are as creators.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think that helps if you are someone who has a small channel, or who's just thinking of starting out, or has been on for a while. I think it helps because you kind of think, you can visualise yourself there, because they're not untouchable, they're not unreachable. You can actually physically see them in person and see how they act, and they're just normal people. They're not like, shimmied around by bodyguards, or,
I mean, nowadays.
Some of them are nowadays, yeah.
They weren't a couple of years back. They're still just people, but now they need security. The community of viewers has grown so much.
Yeah.
Like, as well as the creator. Like, there's a lot more people creating, but the amount of people that now watch YouTube, because YouTube used to be weird. Like, people didn't tell other people they watch YouTube.
That's so true.
And I remember it being a weird thing. Like, no one in school I knew watched YouTube in high school. Now it's like, everyone in their Twitter bio has, oh, I'm a YouTuber. Like, now it's just a thing. And I'm like, I don't know when that flipped, but it was around, I think, like 2013, 2014.
That's
everyone now knows about it. I mean, at least within our bubble, obviously. Not everyone does, but
no, that's so true. It is crazy. I think social media is another thing that kind of contributes to certain people's success. I think certain direction that people take it. For example, if I say, I'll try to think of an example now. Well, I was about to say Cameron Dallas, but I think he started on Instagram, didn't he? More than anything, I think.
I don't know. Was he Vine? I'm gonna sound really ignorant.
I think he was Vine, actually.
Yeah, because people like the Gabby Show started from Vine, but now she has a really successful YouTube channel. So she transitioned really well. Some people do, some people don't.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, you can you can have your living off Instagram now.
Yeah.
Which is a little, like, I guess YouTube, it's weird to make money off of YouTube as well, but I feel like there's just more that can go into YouTube than other social media platforms. I don't know if that's fair to say, but
it's true.
It feels like people people don't think YouTube is a job, but you don't realize how much work it is until you try to upload consistently every week and put out good content. Like, it does take your entire day to keep on social media, to make videos, to edit videos, to post them, to keep after posting, to live stream, to meet viewers. Like, it's a full-time job.
It really is. And even to people like who don't understand it, like I can literally sit there and say to my parents, I'm going to put a video up, or they might ask, my stepdad might ask, you know, have you put a video up recently?
Yeah.
And to them, it's like a quick 10-minute sit down and then upload it. Like, it's almost like I record it straight into YouTube.
Right. I know. I wish.
Yeah, same. But literally, like you've just said, it is like a full. You have to dedicate so much time to it, and you kind of have to. For me, I have to kind of like psych myself up to it. I can't just like flip a camera around and turn it on and just be like, boom, there's my content. No. You have to think about your content, think out what your end goal is of the video.
There's so much more behind the scenes thought that people don't see.
Exactly. And I think in a good way it's kind of great, because I don't have any background of video editing, of scripting, or of coming up with content in general.
Film,
I couldn't tell you for what. But now I feel like I still don't fully know it all, to be honest, but I think I have a good knowledge of it. I think that's
it's a learning process.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you have to be prepared as someone who's new, or as a small YouTuber, to, you know, hit barriers and hit like tough times, but you just need to get over it, and then, you know, work hard and realize that, you know, pick points of where you need to improve, and you need to
pick your battles.
Exactly. And I think, you know, if you're willing to be diverse and improve on your skill set and stuff like that, and then put yourself into it when you do record,
that's going to make you grow.
That will make you grow, definitely.
Well, that's another point, just kind of looping back to how YouTube is really bad right now. Like, these people that have millions of subs, like, a lot of them deserve the place they're in because they work so hard. Yeah. And it's just so sad to me to see that. There's one YouTuber I watched, and he went down to making less than $100 per video. And he has people that work for him, like editors and stuff like that, and he has to pay those people and support his own life. And it's like, he doesn't even feel like he can do that anymore, which is so sad to me. Like, these people work so hard and put their lives into it, and now it's just not paying off.
Wow.
And YouTube's never been the best with, like, always helping out creators. So it's just like, it feels like they're just leaving people in the dust because they're just moving forward with people that are working. Like, think about the Jake Pauls and, like, Logan Paul.
Oh gosh, don't get me started.
They have taken off, but it's because they have so many people and so many companies behind them pushing them. It's like the people that don't have that are just left behind. It's like, but that's the content. Like, not obviously people love, like, their content, but it's like there are other people that work so hard and don't have that push that are just now left behind, and it's really sad to me.
That is that is really true. I think that's something that we both can say this. We both find constantly frustrating. Is when you look on things, it's like recommended, and it's like a video about someone talking gossip about someone else because they've done something bad. I mean, there was a stint about a week, or well, I say more than a week, but since that diss track came out about Jake Paul, that's the younger one, isn't it? Jake Paul, and then his video and all that stuff, all that crap, and then. Like, now he's being arrested, he's been this, that, the other, and his van's been...
He's all over the news about everything.
It's insane. But I think the overview of it is it's all negative stuff, realistically, when you put it into a category. It's like, it's not positive stuff, and I kind of...
That's what I don't like.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that, and I think that can really... getting a bit out of hand, but I think that can really contribute to... mentality of the sort of the youth of today is they're looking at this and they're thinking, this is news, this is real life,
well,
this
it's
is what
intriguing
happens,
because it's constantly going.
Exactly.
But the thing I don't think, sorry to interrupt you. I don't think the younger viewers understand that, are because we're both in our 20s now, but a lot of YouTube audience, I don't know, is like 12, 15, 16-year-olds. And I don't think they understand that this stuff like the Jake and Logan Pauls, a lot of it, since they have companies behind them, is planned. And, like, not all of this is actually, oh, I hated that, blah, blah, blah. Like, they have a strategy, like, obviously they're not, the kids aren't dumb, but, like, this is all planned out so they will succeed. And they have the people to help them do that. Like, a lot of YouTubers, like, there's always a plan behind something, usually, whether you think there is or not. Which is annoying, because if you don't have that power, then you, like, I don't want to become famous by, like, starting a controversy anyway, or, like, having a fight with someone. Like, I I don't personally don't like that, but it does work to get you views. So that's why people do it. They plan to do that because then it gets some views. More views equals more money, and it's just it's a cycle. YouTube's always some sort of cycle.
That is so true. So true. God, yeah. Well put.
Thank you. It didn't sound well put, but I'm glad you thought it came out well. It's like, I don't know what I'm saying.
It's almost like kind of people reach that certain level of YouTube, and like you say, companies kind of like smother them.
They like latch on.
Yeah, and then they're kind of like, well, you know, you can do this to get more views, or they can put the idea across, YouTubers themselves.
Yeah,
and it's like, now they went through a phase of where they were exposing prank people for making fake pranks.
Oh, that was big for a while, yeah.
And then the backlash of that was that people were then making prank videos that seemed real, but then they revealed that they weren't real, and at a later date that actually they were fake themselves. So it's like,
right,
what is going on? And it's all just views, and it's plugging all this crap.
Yeah.
And it was, it's horrible. Literally, if I could rewind time and put YouTube back to a certain point and then freeze it to back when Charlie is so cool like and...
Oh my god. See, I always forget about people like that.
Throwback. I literally just thought of it. I don't know how.
I love Charlie.
Don't know what he's doing at the moment. I've not even checked out his channel, but I need to look at that.
I know.
No. But, you know, those days were brilliant. People were connecting.
Well, that's why I loved YouTube. That's when I fell in love with YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it was just people doing stupid things, but like, not in the way that it is now. Like, it wasn't, it was harmless fun. It was just entertainment for about 5 minutes of your day, and now it's like, you really get involved with these storylines that people have, whether they're real or not real. It's just, it's changed so much, which is weird. And I think the big lesson that we both learned is that you can't stay stagnant and stay where you want YouTube to be. You have to adapt so you can actually grow. Yes. And that's a really hard lesson to learn, I feel like. I don't know why it was for us.
I think it's one of our
just
biggest.
Did not stick. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, YouTube. We love you, really.
We do love you,
We really do. Oh, it's just... I think after I sort of realized that, and that you can't change YouTube, you have to change, it's like I've wanted to put the effort in to like actually now put up content that I want and like really try. Because obviously I've now graduated from college, so I don't have that. I made it! But now there's more time to like actually focus on this, and I want to put the work in because I really want to try for it. And people say it's impossible, but nothing's impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
If you have a dream, you have the dream. If you don't try, what's the point?
Exactly.
You're never going to get there if you don't try. Never, ever, ever. And YouTube's a lot of work, but it's like work that I actually care doing. So.
Preach it.
There we go. There's mine. Yeah,
preach
there's my little preach. A little preach for the day. Oh my god. Well, I think that's kind of everything I wanted to say on the topic. I think there's tons more stuff. Like I could go for hours on this.
Same.
But
yeah.
That's just kind of the current state of YouTube. It's in a different. I feel like it'll go back because there are so many creators that realize this, and like they can't go against everyone. Like it's gonna go up at some point, but we just have to work through until YouTube kind of works itself out and stick through it. And
then a new generation stands up.
Yes, we'll be the new generation. We'll be the old new generation.
Stop new generation.
All right. Any final thoughts that you have on this topic?
No, I think we pretty much summed it up. To be honest, really.
I think so.
Come on, YouTube, get back to olden days.
We'll get there. It'll work itself out. It's just gonna keep evolving.
Yeah.
And keep changing. And we'll always be confused constantly, but it's fine.
Very true.
We'll just keep creating. We'll always be here creating.
We'll just keep going. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So we will end it. I can speak English so well. That's where we will end it today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Fated Fens. I'm so sorry with the English. Fated Friends podcast. See, this is the real and edited me. I cannot speak English. This is the real YouTube you guys don't see. Oh my god. All right. Well, on that note, we will see you guys next time on this channel for another podcast. And yeah. All right. See ya. Bye.